This is Longines' new Conquest chronograph, and I have the opaline silver dial with the forest green color accents on the bracelet to share with you today. And I have to say that this is a really sharp watch in person. And as with most of Longines' recent releases, I think they really hit some aspects out of the park. There is a lot to appreciate about this sporty automatic chronograph, and I also think that there are some areas that are prime for improvement, but none of them are egregious or what I would consider a deal breaker. Now, Longines makes this chronograph in 9 different color configurations or strap configurations. This is the second one that I've had in person on the wrist after the Panda dial configuration. And I really enjoyed that one, but this silver and green, I don't know, there's something about it. It really is striking and I like it. Now, before doing an objective look at the details, I want to shout out Exquisite Timepieces. They made this video possible. I've been borrowing amazing luxury watches from this AD for years. I bought from them many times. I think Exquisite is one of the good guys in the market. They're family owned. They carry a huge variety of brands, everything from Seiko to Breguet, Omega, Longines, Grand Seiko, Oris, Glashütte Original. They have been a great partner over the years. So check them out the next time you're shopping for a watch. Links are below. Now let's start off this look with the lume shot. It's interesting. In natural light, the watch just looks like a traditional chronograph with a general round shape, but in low light conditions, the lume placement creates a square form. And I think it's most noticeable when the watch is rotated 45 degrees. It has absolutely nothing to do with function. I just think it looks a little cool. Now, Longines also did a nice job with the dial details. I like this subtle opaline grain, the small texture or dust-like appearance under the macro lens. This is not bright white. It's not darker metallic gray. It's somewhere in between, and I like that. You still have light reflection. You still have some visual interest. It's still striking, but it's not stark. It's not harsh. So very sharp. I think the forest green complements the opaline well, and that's not a color that's commonly placed with opaline silver. The sub-registers are green. The concentric textured track under the curved applied markers, that is green, as is the ceramic bezel insert. Now, the bezel indexing is extremely visually similar to how a Speedmaster bezel looks. The 90 dot is not quite over the index, but it's pretty close. So seeing this ceramic insert on a sub $4,000 Swatch Group chronograph just makes me want to see this product in a modern Omega Sapphire sandwich. Let me know what you think about that, but we can already see the Swatch Group does a great job with this type of product. Another aspect to the watch, and I feel like a broken record here, but one of the reasons why the dial looks so clean and crisp is the effective layering of anti-reflective coating on the sapphire crystal. Really, this little detail makes such a big difference in the end user experience. And I put more weight into that aspect than the average watch fan, but I really think that, it stands out. Now, inside the beefy case is the L898 movement. This is an Etamade movement. It beats at 4 Hertz. It has 37 joules, an anti-magnetic silicon balance spring, and 59 hours of power reserve. This is traditionally decorated, and I do think that it looks good. This is a modular style chronograph, so you can see the function pusher sits slightly higher than the main crown when you view it from the side angle. Now, I don't think it's a bad movement, but personally, I do prefer other chronograph calibers that are found throughout the Longines product catalog, especially the gorgeous and technically impressive L688. That's the one that's found in the popular Big Eye chronograph. This L898 does not have a blued column wheel. It does not have a longer power reserve, but I do like the fact that it is viewable behind a display crystal, and that is one thing that the Big Eye regrettably does not have. Now let's talk about the fit. This is a substantive watch. It has solid wrist presence, and I like the size. I do not want to see this watch downsized, like you may read from other watch fans in the comment section. I like the way this looks and the way this fits on my wrist. The inverted end links and the dramatic bracelet taper keep this watch from feeling too chunky. Though I will say that this basic butterfly clasp, it's a bit of a letdown. There is no adjustability here, so you will need to rely on link addition or removal to dial in the fit, and the watch is supplied with 2 half links. And that is the biggest flaw in my opinion. A large sporty chronograph with great wrist presence like this one, it deserves a sport clasp. And if I had anything to do with product development at Longines, I would quickly take off this butterfly clasp and place on the fantastic sporty clasp from the Hydro Conquest GMT. That clasp is solid, it has a lovely quick adjustment system, and I think it would be an appropriate pairing on this chronograph. That sliding quick adjustment system, that is a feature that I think should be standard in a luxury sport watch, so I'm a little bummed that it's not present as this is configured right here in front of the camera. Other than that, and possibly the movement choice, depending on your personal preference, this watch is excellent. Longines hit many aspects out of the park, and I think this is a watch that you could easily wear on a daily basis, and from time to time still get those butterflies when you take a look at it. It is not easy to make a large sport watch have a sense of elegance and beauty to it, but I think Longines has managed to do that. And I would love to see the other dial versions up close in person. I always think a watch is, you can really only get a good sense of the watch when you see it in person as opposed to renderings on a website. So far between this one and that Panda, I like this color configuration more, but I have a feeling that the reverse Panda or perhaps the all blue might draw me in a little bit more. Now, if you like this look at the Longines Conquest Chronograph, please help me out by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Those 2 little things really have a huge impact on me and how visible my content is. I work hard to bring a good mix of horological content to YouTube, so if you could help me out by liking and subscribing, that would mean a lot. And lastly, if you are looking for a good Longines AD, I will again recommend exquisite timepieces. My sales associate is Joe, and I've placed his information below. You're welcome to tell him that Bruce sent you.